Mark Stevens, author of Government Indicted and Adventures in Legal Land, website, markstevens.net. Do a radio show called The No State Project live every Saturday from 4 to 7 Eastern Standard Time on LRN.FM. And I mentioned this on the last broadcast of The No State Project. I guess that was April 5th, 2014. And want to add to the success stories that we have at the No State Project, because one of the things we're able to do by sticking to just the evidence is we're able to, we stick to what we can prove. We can predict the responses by these psychopaths and their little psychopath circuses called courts, the political courts. And we can also replicate it. So here, of course, we had Bradley, had like 20 tickets thrown out between himself and some other people's help, Brett and... we've had tickets kicked out in Toronto, Australia, and whatnot. This particular one, let's go down here. Where was it? There was another one in Texas. So if I could find it. Oh, there we go. You can see my amazing Photoshop job here. I don't know what happened. Anyway, I redacted it because Richard asked me to. But it was in the Justice Court, the precinct number 3 in Travis County, Texas. And it's a motion to dismiss. And what happened? Little background on this. What Richard told me in the email, where he went to court for the show trial, the dog and pony show called a trial that these people do, because it couldn't possibly be fair. It's not a hearing anyway. They're not there to hear any evidence. They're just to make it look good. So he met with the prosecutor, and the prosecutor wanted to make a deal. It was for a few $100, and Richard says, well, I want to see the evidence. Just let me see the evidence you're supposed to have. And I'm paraphrasing, of course, from Richard's email. Prosecutor made another deal where he lowered it down, so, just, make $100 or so in court fees. And Richard rejected it, says, no, I want to see the evidence, let's go to trial. So he waits his turn, and it turns out the prosecutor, instead of having this go to trial, because it's so easy to prove that the Constitution laws apply, that he filed a motion. He or she filed a motion to dismiss. What they said was, comes now the state of Texas. The state of Texas. Yeah. So if they're saying you're within the state of Texas, how can it appear in court? It does, because it can. It's a DBA. All it is words on a piece of paper. It's nothing more than a DBA. It's a doing business as. It's this prosecutor down here and this judge doing business as the state of Texas. So they wrote here that they were unable to prosecute, and they made it an excuse that the officer lacks sufficient memory. Yeah, really. I'm sure that was the real reason why, and they printed their name. They signed their name to this, and Judge Susan Stieg granted the motion on, of course, the same day that it was filed. Very nice of them to do that. So big congratulations to Richard for sticking it to the man, standing up to these psychopaths, not just laying down and taking it. So it's another example of where if you just stick to the facts, you just want to see the evidence that these people have to back up their fantasies, their delusions that the constitutional laws of Texas or wherever apply to you. Just because you're physically in Texas, just press them on that. Tell them, no, I want to see the evidence. I'm even willing to plead guilty if you're willing to put that on the table. Now, instead of putting the evidence on the table, they were unable to prosecute. Yeah, you're damn right. But again, big congratulations to Richard. And if you're a critic, you think we're full of crap here on the No State Project, you believe that they can show evidence showing the Constitution laws apply, or that you can show evidence that the Constitution and laws apply just because you're a physical location, you're more than welcome to call into the No State Project. Again, we're live every Saturday from 4 to 7 Eastern Standard Time on LRN.FM, the Liberty Radio Network, and I'd be more than happy to get you set up ahead of time, set you up as a guest so you can present this awesome evidence that no one has been able to present so far. That's why when we talk about on the No State Project, same old lie world tour, of course, they're not able to do that. But, Jay, you can do what the politicians, bureaucrats, and the courts have never been able to do, present evidence the Constitution laws apply. And on Mark Stevens' website, markstevens.net.